Two-Wheeled friends, Mrs. Two-Wheeled here, and it's Shadow Day!
Or is it?
Whoa! What are you riding?
I am on a 2011 Honda Fury.
Woo!
Yeah, well maybe we should just have a Fury Day episode.
Honda Day!
Honda Day! We got something new for the channel, Two-Wheeled friends. Let's roll the intro. We will be back. There you have it, Two-Wheeled friends, 2011 Honda Fury. This is a 1312cc motorcycle. It is shaft driven. Some of you may be familiar with it, but it is Honda's chopper style motorcycle. And if any of you have crossed over from the Stevie Fo channel, you have seen this motorcycle. Cancel. As I was interrupted by my Senna helmet.
Welcome back.
Anyways, some of you may have seen this motorcycle on the Stevie Fo channel. This was Mrs. Stevie's beginner motorcycle. She rode this motorcycle for, I don't know what she have it, 4 or 5 years?
I think so.
And then she got her deluxe, and she has ridden her 2020 Harley Davidson Deluxe now for, well, she's put 50,000 miles on that motorcycle already since she's got it. But it's been in their garage. We've kind of talked with them and decided that we were going to move this Honda Fury. I'm going to say Honda Shadow at some point because that's what I'm so used to, is talking about the 2007 Honda Shadow, but now we got a 2011 Honda Fury. But we decided to move this Fury to South Dakota. So they came up this weekend. We got everything all situated to make the exchange, and here we are. They just decided that it was time to move the motorcycle out of the garage, move on to some other things, and wanted the bike to go to a good home. And Mrs. Two-Wheeled and I said, hey, we got a garage that it'll fit right in. So now we have 2 Hondas and 2 Harley Davidsons in the garage.
We have all the options.
We do. So it's a little bit different. I don't know how we're gonna park them in the garage and all that stuff.
Oh, and by the way, our children don't even know that this addition has been welcomed into our household.
Yeah, nobody really knows. So yesterday, at the time of recording this anyways, we did go for a little cruise, and my mother and daughter saw me riding this motorcycle, and my mom kind of was like, through her business window, was like, is that yours? And it was kind of just like a little bit of a nod, like, oh yeah, Molly and I now own this bike. But man, this thing's a power horse. Like, I've always heard Stevie Fo and Mrs. Stevie talking about like how fun this bike is to ride and how much power it has, and they were not kidding. Like, it is definitely fun to ride. It's light for the amount of power it has. It's definitely more powered than that Honda Shadow that Mrs. Two-Wheeled is currently on.
I forgot how light this bike is in comparison to my Heritage.
Yeah, and with that, I'm just going to kind of speak for myself, and Mrs. Two-Wheeled can chime in at any point, but my long-term goal was to have a motorcycle that does not have a fairing on it, because one, I like feeling this wind. We wear full face helmets. It's one of those, we want to have the airflow not blocked by a windshield. So you guys know how I take the windshield off the Harley, the Road King, frequently, but there's not going to have to be any of that change. And that motorcycle will have the windshield left on, or I might add a fairing to it, or who knows if it's going to stay in the garage or something else is going to get in the garage. We just don't know that yet. But this is a Honda video, so we don't need to go there, but it's a little bit of the connection. So that way this motorcycle can be ridden back and forth to work. It can just be my daily rider, short distances. We rode about 70 miles or so yesterday. And this bike doesn't have cruise, just like the Honda Shadow. Doesn't have cruise. It doesn't have blinkers that shut off automatically. It's just, you gotta do it manually. If you're getting any feedback from Molly's helmet, hopefully that's corrected now. It's a little better for me anyways. It does have this little wrist, and I know you can't see it. It's got a little wrist thing there to kind of help take some of the fatigue, so you can do this with your hand if you need to. So that helps. A little over 21,000 miles on this bike. Should have plenty of life left. It's a beautiful pearl white, as you saw. The white wheels are kind of what had drawn me into this bike. The work that the Stevie Foe channel has done to this just really made, I know both of us fall in love with this bike from the time we met Josh and Amy, really.
I started watching Stevie Foe because of that bike. Because, I mean, that was the only videos that I really watched with you when you introduced me to all of this.
Yep, Josh, I think, I forget what year that was, but 2017 Road King. And then this bike. Oh, hey, we're going to go around the lake. We didn't check fuel at all before we left. I'm hoping that we have enough gas to get around the lake.
We'll make it.
You know, they don't put any fuel gauges on these Hondas, so... And yeah, there's probably some kind of like a fuel cap one that can be put on these. I don't know if somebody knows down below. Especially if you have a Fury. You know, that's going to be something new. Like if you have a Fury and you want to put some input down below, let us know what you've done to your Fury, what year you have, what you've done to make it a little better. This motorcycle has had these extended forwards put on. They moved the foot position forward 3 inches, and I am almost 6'3", and my arms are at a comfortable distance here. Like I said, putting 70 miles on yesterday, I was comfortable. Towards the end, I was looking for somewhere like to put my feet up, just because with the Road King I'm used to putting them up on the pegs and things, but I managed. I could probably go 100 miles on this bike and then stop, rest, go another 100 miles, you know, with like a 5-minute break, just kind of walking around. And that's really, you know, a 3.4 gallon gas tank on this thing, that's probably all you really are going to go anyways. Going to end up with about 40 to 45 miles per gallon with this motorcycle, depending on how you ride it. If you ride it like me, you're probably more like 35 miles per gallon, so you're going to be looking for a gas station about every 100 miles anyways. Yeah, you could probably go to 120, maybe 130. What else do you think?
This road's bumpy.
Bumpy?
Bumpy.
You guys want to look at this 2007 Honda Shadow? We'll have Mrs.TWOWHEELed come by and give you a look of this Shadow. So as you guys know, we both learned to ride on that motorcycle. That's always a really big debate in the comment section, and I'm going to do some videos on this in the future here. Is that too big a motorcycle to learn to ride on? And it's a very controversial subject. Some would say this is too big a motorcycle to get out and ride on, but Mrs. Stevie, she learned to ride on this bike and it was great for her. So yeah, a 1300 versus a 750, 745 cc's versus 1312. I mean, this is definitely, if I were to say which one would be better, I would definitely say that Honda Shadow, but I don't know, this thing is is a pretty forgiving motorcycle. It takes a little bit to get used to the raked stance on it, but once you learn, you just got to turn just a little sooner into the corners. It's, I don't know, it's very maneuverable. And I would say the same thing about that Shadow right there.
Yep.
So Mrs. Two-Wheeled, you are what, 5'10"?
I'm 5'10".
So you can see how she fits on that. Her knees are raised above her hip. She's showing us those sexy ankles.
I'm wearing illegal socks.
We always call those illegal socks on motorcycle because they don't, there's no coverage, but socks really aren't going to provide any protection anyways.
And a little known fact about me is I do not like wearing socks in general, so I found these like super low cut socks that don't even touch my ankle, and I love them, but obviously they're low and don't provide much coverage.
Yeah. Generally we have a little bit more gear on. We got our gloves and our helmets on. We normally wear a vest. I know being hot is no excuse, but it's like over 90 degrees out, and we're like, you know what? We know the dangers, and we're just gonna go out with the gear we have on. But anyways, you can see how she fits on that. So it's a matter of opinion on the rest. That's a shaft driven motorcycle, like I said. Not all Honda Shadows are probably created equal. I have never ridden any other Honda Shadows. I'm gonna come by you.
Yep.
I have never ridden any other Honda Shadow to know like the power ratio to the gear, but I mean that motorcycle, I don't want to call it a dog. Its throttle is very friendly. It's hard to give it whiskey throttle in my opinion. Now this one, first, I mean, I'm in third gear right now and it'll go, but they tune these Shadows, I think, to be gentle.
Oh gosh. Whiplash.
Did you hit that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so we are very excited to have this Honda Shadow in South Dakota. We don't know if we're gonna do any changes to it. We might put it, what's up dude? That dude is waving. We might tweak a few little things. There's a few things that, few screws that need to be tightened.
There's a screw missing.
Yep, there is a little, it's not necessarily a screw, but a little piece that holds the ignition cover right here. Just need to get one of them little pop-in, little plastic deals. I don't even know what you call that. It's not really a grommet. It's a plastic screw, basically, that pops in and it, boop, you know. And then this foot control's got a little play, but I don't know. I suspect that's probably going to stay that way for a while. Oh, Josh, the mirror's tight. I know we were talking about that.
We fixed it.
It's fixed. Mrs. Two-Wheeled helped on that project. You know, she operated a screwdriver for me.
I know how to use a screwdriver. Phillips, to be exact.
But boy, I would have to go through Stevie Fo's video talking about all the upgrades that have been done on this motorcycle. But I do know. So the wheels were powder coated white from the black. A few other things turned white or black on this bike, and then the headlight was actually a one-of-one prototype, but from what I understand is it is now a production item. The blinkers are built into the headlight housing, which is kind of cool. It's had the rear T mod, so the rear, what do you call it? See, I'm not very brushed up on this very much, but like the support for the fender has been cut, re-welded, and dropped that rear fender down, giving this a lot different look. So obviously, if you are new to the channel, because of this Honda Fury, be sure to subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified for future uploads and activities. We will get out as much as we can to make videos on this Fury, on that Shadow, on our Harley Davidsons. We're gonna go head on with this guy in a boat. We will just kind of hang out here and wait. We'll watch him, see how he can back a boat, because if he can't back a boat, he shouldn't be boating, right?
That's right.
That's right.
You're winning. You're
Yeah.
winning at life. You're winning.
All right, you're clear.
Oh, good.
He had to get a spotter. He had to make sure he didn't put the prop into his buddy's pickup. I don't know. I felt like I did a lot of talking. Let's hear some things that you want to say.
No, you did great. I'm proud of you.
Well, I know I did great.
You captured all the accurate thoughts that are appropriate to the topic.
I am the greatest, so...
You are the greatest around.
I mean, it's been a month since we published a video, and we apologize. Life's busy. I do make some excuses. Like, it's tough sometimes working the hours I do, and then, you know, you come home and just work some more. We've had a lot of rain. That's made it a little bit difficult to get out and make videos. Yeah, I don't mind riding in the rain, but these cameras do not like the rain.
Nope.
So that's that.
When was the last time you and I have done this with the cameras?
Oh boy, I don't know. It seems like I've done probably GPMM.
Yeah?
Which stands for Great Plains Moto Meet.
And even that, I don't think I had a lot of input or interaction. I was suffering that day. I had a headache from, you know.
From the HE double hockey sticks.
That's right.
I feel like my personality's changed on this motorcycle.
Oh? Be a little cocky now?
Oh, I don't
You got
know.
your chopper?
I don't know. I think I'm usually in pissy moods when I make videos, and I'm like in a really happy mood. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I don't know. Let's do a ranking. Okay. Video number 1 and then like video number 10 where you're on the Fury, we'll kind of gauge it.
Oh yeah, maybe I'll start getting bored. Be like, here I am out on this, well, I don't even know what this is called anymore. It's just this white motorcycle, and yeah, I mean, I'm just out riding, you know.
I'm on a motorcycle.
No, let's do a little bit of a takeoff here, and you don't have to because I know you're not going to be able to keep up, but okay. Just had to make sure that wasn't the
Officers of the law.
the men in blue, you know.
Okay, I'll do my best. Neutral.
All right, that's about all I'm gonna do because there's some traffic, and I just washed this thing, and for some reason it holds some water in here, and it all just comes and wears on me. I don't know if you can see that. There's some bugs on my helmet too, but when I took off earlier, my shirt got wet. I'm like, where's this water coming from? I'm getting wet.
You're getting what?
Wet. All the water's coming out of somewhere.
Oh!
My face shield's wet. My chest is wet. Like the tank is wet.
Oh gosh.
But anyways, this thing's meant to go. It is a 5-speed, which seems really lacking for the kind of motorcycle it is. And that's what that Shadow is, but I don't know, I guess it works. I've learned that the shifting points are just a little bit different than that Shadow. So like right now I'm in 3rd gear, and Mrs.TWOWHEELed's probably in 4th.
I lost count after 2.
You know, at 45 miles an hour, that's about how I feel it should be. I think we probably covered everything for now. What is going on over there?
Smoking.
Smoker. Made the house look like it was on fire. Alright, we're gonna turn right here. Gonna do a little bit of tail light upgrades. They got blinkers, they got brake lights, or we got the bike, it. But we will wrap it up unless there's something else Mrs.TWOWHEELed wants to add.
Nope.
Alright. Thank you for watching, Two-Wheeled friends. If you are new to the channel, be sure to go down and click that subscribe button, ring the bell so you're notified for future uploads and activities. Give this video a big thumbs up. Stay tuned for future videos on the Honda Fury. Like us on Facebook and Instagram for photos. We're gonna pull in here and record the B-roll footage that you watch. after the fact, right?
Right.
And until the next time, two-wheeled friends, peace out, and we'll see you later. Oh, and be sure to go subscribe to Stevie Foe too. And you can watch the Fury Friday videos up to us owning this motorcycle. There. Now you can go. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Maybe this is not a good spot to do a B-roll because there are so many people and they're going to be like, what is that dude doing?